Furnishings for the set of the Buddy Pough Show are provided by Wood Ash Furnishings. Wood Ash Furnishings is a proud sponsor of the Buddy Pough Show.
South Carolina State, Central Florida at Bright House Stadium on the campus of Central Florida. Just the second year of existence as Bright House Stadium coach, and great crowd on hand. Central Florida won the toss, elected to take the football first, and I was happy with our effort to begin this football game.
I thought we did have a good effort. And, we kicked off there. Blake Erickson, our new freshman kicker, got a chance to kick off. He was a little bit jacked up, kicked a little bit too deep, but he hit it solid, and we finally got him stopped. And then you see the first play here where they throw a little toss sweep at us, and a couple of guys, Marquis Hamlin and some of those guys, finally get him down.
Marquis Hamlin, Marshall McFadden stopping Ronnie Weaver. Michael Greco, a transfer from North Carolina State. Solid play by Raphael Bush and Marquis Hamlin again.
Marquis again, and you even see Cedric Lloyd run out there, and Marshall McFadden back with us playing again. He's involved there. And that's Marcus James had him there, didn't quite get it down, and then some of the rest of our guys got him down eventually.
Coach, when you talk about energy from our ball club against the crowd in their very first game of the season, I thought we really got after them as they drove deep in Bulldog territory and could not come away with any points at all.
Right. I'm glad to see Dez Benjamin. I thought he really, passed some licks out there. And, he's been a young man who's been with us for a couple of years, and I thought needed to mature some. He's starting to really come on now, so I'm excited about what he's done for us at corner.
9:16 to go in the first quarter. No points for Central Florida on that possession. Turned it over to Malcolm Long and company. We tried to get a little something going here on offense, and this team was very good defensively, experienced secondary and experienced defensive line.
Right. We open up with a bubble screen at a Dustin DuBose, and he gets about a 3 or 4 yard gain, and then we give the ball to Will Ford, and you see Nigel Pearson getting a good block out there, but we don't quite get anything established over time. And it's a little bit of an uneasy feeling because you don't quite, you can't be consistent in anything. And Anthony Campbell gets the ball there on the little jailbreak screen, and he fumbles the ball, and, they get a turnover down deep in their territory, and our defense comes to save the day for us again.
Defense has to come on the field. Here's Central Florida on their second possession with good field position. And, again, we talk about this defense. Big hit from Marcus James there, creating the fumble.
Right. So I thought Cedric Lloyd was going to get the ball there, but Marcus really made a nice play and got him stopped.
I think this was the possession, Coach, when really Central Florida realized that this was not the typical opening cupcake game that they expected to have.
And you see Raphael Bush there, who's always around the ball, and Marshall getting involved. And almost all the time, if he's on the field, Cedric Lloyd's involved somehow or another.
Big play there. Matt Key coming in, making a tackle. You talked about him on the interior.
I think Matt's going to have a breakout year for us. Matt from over Johnston, South Carolina, Storm Terminal High School, is really getting to be a top-notch defensive tackle.
Central Florida having to turn the football back over to South Carolina State on down, so the Knights have had the ball on their first 2 possessions deep in the Bulldog territory, still coming away with no points, but we just had problems getting moving the football.
Exactly. We get the ball both times here to Will, and we're not creating quite enough space there. We want to really sweep them more, and they gave us a look that was a little bit different than what we'd anticipated, and they didn't get a chance. We didn't get a chance to get wide, but we get the ball there to Octavius Darby in the little under series, and he gets the first down for us. This might be about as good a series we had all night.
Darby with the first down catch there. Will Ford breaking the tackle and getting through and getting some yardage, and South Carolina State really getting the attention. And talk about taking the crowd out. The crowd was out of the game at this point.
Well, the fact that it's raining cats and dogs right now too, but Will is really a hard runner. I thought that might have been a face mask there, but then we punt the ball and got a chance to pin them deep in their territory, kind of flip the field over a little bit. We knock it out of the end zone and don't really get quite as good a field position as you think you can get. That's Julius Wilkerson attacking them there. You see Terrence Allen come around and get a little piece. Our defense is really playing good here. I even see Terrence Smith involved a little bit. And then we're back on offense here, deep in our own territory here. And we try to throw a deep ball, trying to get it out. And Malcolm doesn't really get through it. He's getting a little pressure from the interior. And, we end up throwing a pick.
We go into the second quarter, still no score in this football game. South Carolina State and Central Florida. Central Florida, by the way, folks, their experienced offensive line, 4 seniors. And I say that because look at the way our defensive line played against this experienced D1 offensive line.
That's Matt Key and Terrence Allen. Terrence is on a little X stunt there, and Matt makes them nice. They make a really good-looking play there.
Michael Greco, the quarterback, a transfer from North Carolina State, not very effective against that Bulldog defense there as they forced him back up into the middle. And, I think this was the I thought this was the big player of the drive, but no, that's Cedric Lloyd coming up, and Cedric Lloyd had a couple sacks on the day for South Carolina State.
Cedric was involved there. I think Marcus finally got him down.
There's Tony White in there on the tackle as well. Michael Greco, again, the quarterback, going back to pass. This is on their 4th possession, and this was the 4th and 17 conversion where this sets up the eventual score for Central Florida.
Yeah, that hurt us a bunch there. We got them 4th and 17. We need a little bit of a jam on the outside receiver. He gets a free release out there, and we give up a big play.
But then, Coach, again, when you go back, they convert the 4th and 17, and then the defense is not willing to just give it up so easily and allow them to get in to score a point.
Yeah, if we didn't tackle good here, though, you know, that was one of those kind of situations where if we had tackled them back at about the 4, we might have been able to hold them to a field goal, but we get them so close here that they're power the football in and score.
Latavius Murray on the carry for Central Florida, and finally the Knights get on the board. 11:18 to go in the first half, and point after touchdown good. Central Florida leading 7-0 at this point. South Carolina State back on offense, still in this game, and Will Ford is one of the best runs that he had up in the night.
Yeah, you can always tell Will is a guy who finishes and runs off good. Not only does he run the ball, but he always ends up going toward the goal line. You see him even here on the ball that he catches. He goes and gets a first down for us, and he gets another couple extra yards.
South Carolina State would eventually have to punt the football, turn it over on downs back to Central Florida. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and there's Julius Wilkinson. Talked about him. Great game for the sophomore from Gaffney.
Julius is getting to be a really good player for us, and Marquis Hamlin comes in and gets a little piece of that, and Cedric Lloyd also.
Michael Greco forced out of the pocket, and then can't go anywhere. I think Jason Ayers in on that play for South Carolina State.
And James Simmons. Jason makes a nice play here. Looks like he's got banged up a little bit, but Jason makes plays for us when he's in the game.
And that was the way the first half ended on Saturday. South Carolina State trailing Central Florida 7-0. We'll have